Alright YouTube, so bringing you guys a bit of a different video today. It's either a bug or a glitch, I don't know exactly what you would call it, surrounding the hunting rifle, kind of with the animation when you're actually in the middle of combat. It's something I've actually noticed for a while, but I wasn't really sure what was going on until one of the last beta dates. I decided to actually do a little bit of testing and was able to replicate it pretty regularly. So what's going on here is the hunting rifle is a single shot weapon. It does have a magazine, but you have to rechamber each and every shot. And when you're aiming down sights, you actually move slower, left, right, back, forward, whatever the case. And what's happening is you're getting stuck in this animation, even if you're not actually aiming down sights anymore. So in this gameplay with the Protectrons, you will see it happen. It won't happen for the first 2 shots, but on the 3rd shot, you'll see me move slower left and right. And when that is happening, I am not holding down the left trigger. Now this is something you can replicate if you just hold down the trigger the entire time, because when you're aiming down sights, again, you move slower. That's just how it works in shooter games. And I noticed this because prior to Fallout 76, the way I use the hunting rifles is I take a shot and I move around while it's rechambering the shot, because it takes a while to actually put the next bullet in there. So you don't want to be getting shot at or taking damage. So I'm moving around left, right, back, forward, whatever, trying to avoid any damage I can. And with this game, I started noticing that it doesn't work because you get trapped in that like slow down animation. And it's not just something that happens when you're putting the next bullet in there. You can hip fire with the hunting rifle, and when it's rechambering the next shot, you can move around at full speed. It's just, for whatever reason, you get stuck in this like aim down sights animation, even if you're not actually holding down the trigger anymore. So right here, I just want to give you a little more gameplay where I'm showing this off. It's a fight with a couple of super mutants, and you'll see within this fight how the slowdown animation can be very detrimental to you. I'm surrounded by like 3, 4, 5 different super mutants, and when I'm moving around slowly, I can't dodge bullets or try to avoid any damage. Like, it's forcing me to sit here, move slowly, and take damage from all these different super mutants. Now, super mutants aren't really that threatening. They're not high DPS enemies, but say the hunting rifle was my primary weapon. It's a weapon that I just really enjoy, and I'm finding something like a Deathclaw or a Scorched Beast, something that will put out a lot of damage. The slowdown animation is going to get me killed in a situation where I shouldn't be, because if I could move at normal speed, I would take my shot. As it's putting the next bullet in there, I could reposition, run behind a rock, jump over a car, whatever the case, and once the next bullet's in there, take another shot, rinse and repeat. But because it's forcing me to slow down, because for some reason it's stuck in this ADS animation, this Deathclaw, Scorched Beast, whatever it is, can run up on me and hit me. And it's ridiculous, because it shouldn't be that way. Now, I'm not exactly sure what would cause this, outside of maybe there's just like a small window of time where you have to let go of the trigger, or it just registers you as being aiming down sights and you're stuck there until the next bullet's rechambered or whatever the case. That's my only guess. I really don't know. Or it could simply just be a bug. Like, it's a Bethesda game that's not that surprising. And this game, more so than any of the other Bethesda games I've played, has tons of them. So the next time that you guys are able to play the game, which won't be until the last beta date, because this is going to go up after today's beta testing, which is only like 2 hours long. So during the 8th, if you guys are playing during the beta and you happen to have a hunting rifle or find one, you can replicate this yourself. You can test it. Again, if you hold down the trigger the entire time, it'll do that. But test out, like, aim down sights, pull the trigger, as soon as you hit the right trigger to fire your shot, let go of the left trigger instantly, and then try to move around at the same time, and you will notice this happening. And really quickly, a smaller bug that I noticed that it's not a big deal, but it doesn't warrant its own video, so I just thought I'd throw it at the end of this one. Whenever you exit a bench, a crafting bench, and you're holding down the left stick, it'll pull you right back into the bench for whatever reason. I noticed this because I play the game kind of fast, so as I hit B to exit a crafting bench, I'm already holding down on the left joystick to walk backwards away from the bench, and for whatever reason, when you do this, it pulls you right back into it. As you've seen right there, the second time when I went to walk away from the bench, it didn't pull me back in. It never really does that, except for this one time when I'm capturing the gameplay. On a separate bench, which I'll show you in just a second, it actually did it 2 times in a row, which is the first time that's ever happened. In order to leave any crafting bench, you have to confirm it with the A button. You hit B to leave, and then A to confirm that you actually do want to exit the crafting bench. And maybe there's some sort of like mess up between holding down on the joystick, hitting A to like confirm that you're leaving the bench, and maybe it like double taps A by itself somehow. I don't exactly know what's going on. I don't know what else can cause this. And just so we're clear, I'm not over here like necessarily getting mad about this. It's just kind of frustrating when you're playing a beta that has limited playtimes and you have dumb things like this happening. Like, I'm just trying to break down my scrap, upgrade my armors and weapons, and then leave and go out and explore and finish some quests and stuff. And when you have stupid shit like this happen, it's like, man, I'm just trying to exit, bro. What the hell is going on? So there you have it, 2 random-ass bugs I noticed during the Fallout 76 beta. Again, the crafting one, not a big deal, just more of a minor frustration. But the hunting rifle one is actually kind of an issue, because it's a pretty common weapon. It's up there with, like, the pipe pistols in this game. You find it so damn often, or pipe weapons, rather. But you find it so damn often, it's everywhere. And it's a good weapon. If you break down enough of them, you unlock the different mods and receivers and stuff, and all the different attachments you can get for the gun. It can be a very powerful and useful weapon. Which is why this is something that needs to be looked at and fixed, because it is such an early common weapon, and I'm sure a lot of people out there use the hunting rifle, and it's making you take damage when you shouldn't, use resources and healing items when you shouldn't, which is probably why I was so low on Stimpaks. It's a weapon I've been using pretty much since the beginning of the beta, and I was probably running through Stimpaks because of the slowdown animation, getting attacked by groups of enemies. This game has you fighting groups of enemies constantly. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know in the comments if you've experienced either of these weird bugs in Fallout 76, and during the next beta session, the last beta session rather, if you end up testing either of these out, let me know in the comments if they're still happening, like if it's still happening for you guys, or if they've been fixed by now. Hopefully the video was informative for you, and if it was, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, turn on notifications, follow me on Twitter at TheDashingDavid, at my Discord, links to my social networks are in the description, and in the outro. Later, guys.
Give me forever for a while, give me forever for a while. Quit acting like a baby, or at least